Hey everybody, this is going to be a video of me showing you guys a firewood stand, and I am currently making over $120 a week doing this. It's very easy. I have all my wood already split into 16 inches and sent over to me for a small delivery fee, but this is what my firewood stand looks like. And as you can see, very big letters, firewood. I made that lockbox out of an old shelf. I've got big bundles, biggest bundles in town. Huge bundles. They're 1 cubic feet. And I also have that whole rick right there for $30. But I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to make this money. It's very passive. I spend probably 20 minutes a week bundling up my firewood, and it's just been selling like hotcakes. I've been doing it for a few weeks now. I started the day before Labor Day, and it's just been a blessing. It's been helping put a couple extra bucks in my pocket. It's kind of fun. It's enjoyable to watch. I'm going to show you guys my setup I got back here. Very cheap. So I've bought 2 cords of wood so far. This face cord that you see right here, that is my own personal stuff. That's for my wife and I to burn if we have fires and stuff like that. This right here is my homemade bundler, and I will show you guys how that works. Just a second here. It cost me nothing. That was all scrap that I had left over laying around the house, but this is the wrap that I use. I get it off of Amazon in a bundle of 4 for 60 bucks, and this thing will make 70 or 80 bundles. It's 10 inches because, like I said, mine is 12 inches high and 12 inches wide, and this fits in there just perfectly, so I don't have to wrap it so many times with a smaller one. You do have the option of getting the hand cranked ones. Everywhere I look, they're anywhere between like $500 and $1,000 for a hand cranked one, and I'm just not pushing that much yet, so I didn't really think that it was worth that price tag. It might be something I look into in the future. I have seen like Fire at the Furnace. He just upgraded one. That's actually where I got this idea from. But this is working for me, and it'll work for you guys if you're just starting out and you just want to try something else and just get a little extra money in your pocket. This is an excellent way to go. When you're buying your firewood, so when I buy my firewood, I buy all hardwood, and it comes in like this. And in my area here in Michigan, I'm spending about $200 a cord with delivery, and you usually get it in 16-inch pieces, and this is a good size. This is what people are looking for. This is what people like. If it's a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger, that's okay, but you don't want to have like huge logs going into your bundles. And then also another thing you want to do is you want to get it seasoned. So you want it to sit out in the sun for like 6 months to a year and let that wood really dry out. I just started, and my wood's not soaked, but it's also not perfect. It's been raining all morning too, so that's why a lot of it looks really wet. But you definitely want it to be seasoned, and buy it in bulk. Buy it by the cord. It's always cheaper. If you could get 2 or 3 cords, maybe you can get a discount. If you could find somebody locally in your area that you can keep doing business with. I have a friend of mine that comes over once in a while and picks up a whole truck bed, and I always give him like all my tail end clippings, like my big chunks that I have laying around. Those of you that already have log splitters or are already heating your house or their garage with wood, you're already 10 steps ahead of the game because you already know how to get it and you already know how to split it. And maybe some of you guys have wood splitters at home too. And if you call up your wood guy and you buy the logs already pre-cut like into 16-inch giant logs, and then you get a splitting maul or a wood splitter and you split it yourself, you'll make even more money because you won't have to buy it already pre-split. And if you ask a lot of people that do wood, they'll tell you that the splitting process can be a process, and it takes a lot of like heavy machinery to really push out cords. But This is my hand wrapper. I'm going to show you how cheap and how easy this is. But between this right here, that firewood, and this roller, I make about $120 extra a week, and I actually enjoy doing it. And I'm going to show you real quick how to do this, and then we'll go over my firewood stand. So I start off by pulling a big chunk, and then I just wrap it, and then it sticks to itself, and then you just hand, and then I pull it tight as I'm going over. Try to keep those bundles nice and secure. And then that's 2 times around. That's 3 times around. And 4 times. I found that 5 is a pretty good number. But sometimes if it doesn't feel tight, just put another one on. It's not a big deal. Just like that, and then tear it. And then with this one, you just grab from like here, pull straight up, and it comes right out. And there is my massive bundle right there, $5. And it was that easy. And I'm gonna load one up real quick for you guys just to show you how it works. Just goes right in there just like that. Bada boom, bada bing. Nice and easy. As you can tell, I'm running out of wood. My firewood stands have been killing it. Oh, that was the other thing, is I actually have 2 stands. So I have one stand right out here in front of my house, and that's it right there. So what I was saying is I have one stand right outside my house. It's on a very busy street. It does amazing. It doesn't do as well as the other one that I have that's kind of in the country. It's on another busy street though. But between the two, I'm kicking butt. And I would say the easiest and cheapest way to make a stand would be to use just free pallets that you get from a local shop, or you find them on Facebook Marketplace. But free is always the best, right? Especially if we're out here trying to make money on something new we haven't done yet. But with mine, I actually had scrap wood left over. So, and these are the big tailings I was telling you about. The guy that I bought the firewood from, he gave me a bunch of this stuff like on top of the cord I bought. But with mine, you can see I actually bought 2 treated 4x4. They were 8 feet long, and I cut 2 feet lengths. So I was able to do that with 2 4x4s. And those were $10 a piece, so that was $20. And then I had a sheet of plywood left over, and that's what this is. That's what that is right there. So I had a sheet of plywood. That's what I used. And then I've got this is some scrap what I had left over. But I put solar lights on mine too, which is, these were I think $3 or $4 at Harbor Freight. But I cut down this sheet of plywood into 4 pieces. So there's these individual walls here, because I wanted this 3 section, because I really wanted this $30 chunk right here, because there are some people that want to buy it in bulk, and this is super easy because you just pull up, put the money in, toss it in the back of your truck, toss it in the bed of your car, whatever you got to do. But yeah, 1 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of plywood. I ripped it down, and now these are 4 feet tall by 2 feet long. And as you can see, the bottom part here is just a couple of 2x4s. All I did was make a rectangle. I used a 2x4 that's 8 feet long right here, and then another one on the outside, and then I cut 1 2x4 into 4 pieces for the edges. So there's one there, and then there's one down here, and then I did the exact same thing for the top. And then there's actually a sheet of OSB, or not OSB, but plywood on the top here also, and then that's what makes the base here. So it's very structurally sound, and it needs to be though, so it can hold all that weight. But here's what it looks like. Very, very nice, and it looks good, and you can see that big firewood right there. When I originally had made it, I tried to be Picasso and I painted it on there, which was not smart. I don't recommend that. The nicer it looks and the easier it is to see from the street is definitely a plus. But as you can see, this is a very busy road. I actually have a lot of people that drive up and down this road, and a lot of people see this firewood stand. And I also have it on Facebook. People can see it on Facebook. I have the address on Facebook. People can just drive by, come get what they want. Like I said, my lockbox, I made it myself out of a scrap piece of shelf I had laying around. I just put 4 sides together, took 2 L hooks, and then put a padlock through it. Super simple, very easy to do. But you guys, you can't sleep on this. This is $100 to $120 every week, sometimes even more than that. And for the amount of time, okay, so I take that back. It's not about 120 per one stand. I'm doing about $120, but I have 2 stands. So just imagine if you called up your grandma or your grandpa or your cousin or a friend of yours or somebody you know, and you guys started popping these firewood stands up all across your town, and you got 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 of them, that between you and your friend, or just you solely because your parents are letting you do all of it, you're pushing $300, $400, $500 a week. I mean, that's good money. That's good money. It's something to think about. Let's see, what else did I miss? I think I covered most of it. But oh yeah, when you're building the firewood stand, I used what I had laying around because I'm always tinkering and doing stuff with plywood and 2x4, so I had some stuff laying around. And this is what I found, and I made a 3-stage out of it. But one thing that you can definitely do to save a bunch of money is just get the free skids. And I'll show you how that works. I'll show you a basic one that I see people use on YouTube all the time. Let me put that down for you right there. So what you can do, instead of this sheet right here, you can actually just do 1 skid, and then you can put a skid on the bottom, and then you put a skid on the side, and then you put a skid on the top. So it's just 1 box, but I would recommend putting a 2x4 up top right here so that the skid has a little bit of a like a slope, so that snow and water and stuff can come off of it. And then you can just get a scrap piece of wood, plywood board, and put it right on the top. And then you got a really nice looking firewood stand, but it's just a box. So just imagine it was just a box like this. But what you can do is you can put just bundles in there. You don't have to do this right here. 99% of the time I sell bundles. I in the last 5 weeks have only sold 1, 2, 3. I've only sold 4 of these. But I've sold like a cord and a half of firewood bundles. But anyway, put it on a slope, and then make sure you put the firewood right there. But another thing that you can do is you can get firewood starters. So you just take those little paper cups and you put pine shavings in there, and then you pour candle wax on it, and then you got a little firewood starter. And then what you can do is you light that, and then it stays lit for a long time, and then you can put that in your fireplace, or you can put that in your wood stove, and then you can start putting your kindling in there, and they're great. And I've seen a guy on YouTube, he makes a Ziploc bag, he puts 10 or 12 of them in there, I think it's 12 of those firewood starters, and he zips them up, and he has a rod that he has inside of his thing, and right next to it says firewood starters, $10 each. And then it's for like that 1 bag, and he just sticks them on there like you would at a grocery store when you're pulling stuff off the shelf. Like, he just puts it right on the rod, and he sells them constantly. And it's just scrap that he has laying around, and he's able to make a couple extra bucks with the firewood starters. And the beautiful thing is those firewood starters are so great that when people actually do buy them, and they do try them out, they love them. Then they're hooked. They're like, oh, this is what I got to get. Because I know a lot of us are like, oh, we got to burn some junk mail or some newspapers or some scrap boxes from buying stuff on Amazon. But this is a great way to actually just buy a pack of those, and for the next few fires you have, you got firewood starters. And they're really cheap. They're really easy to use. I'm going to make some and show you guys a video on that. So look forward to seeing that. I really hope this video helped you guys. I'm just starting out with my YouTube journey. I already have like over 4,000 followers on TikTok because I dive in and give very good details on businesses that people can run for cheap. Sorry, just trying to lower this down real quick. Businesses that people can start for cheap and are usually on the easier side so that you don't have to break the bank. I go into details about how to start a business. I go into details on what to do in that business, how to stay in business. So if you want to check out my TikTok, it's Brian Dew at 22. Super easy to find, but just starting out on the YouTube journey. I know everybody and their mother wants to do a YouTube video and stuff like that, but I'm not doing it to become famous or become rich. I'm doing it because I have the spare time and I really enjoy helping people, and I love to share what works for me and hopefully help you guys out in this at the same time. I'm going to upload 1 or 2 videos every single week. I'm going to try to keep them detail oriented, but I'm new to this, so any feedback that you guys could give would help a lot. I'm going to do my best to try to edit because I know good quality videos are what's important, but it's also pretty tough to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.